Okay, in an effort to make sure that we honor your time, we will go ahead and get started tonight. I appreciate all of you for calling in or jumping on a laptop or an iPad or something to attend tonight. So again, this is the Girl and Parent Smart Cookie Training for the 2022 Cookie Program. My name is Emma Meyer, and I am the Director of Product Sales for Girl Scouts of Central Illinois. As most of you are aware, our volunteers chose ABC Bakers as their new baker for last year's cookie program, as well as our upcoming cookie programs. ABC Bakers hosts a very intuitive and easy to use online platform for our Girl Scouts, which is called Smart Cookies. Tonight, we are very fortunate to have Cindy Schaefer, Director of Digital Experience Strategy with ABC Bakers, with us to introduce our council to Smart Cookies. Cindy has ground floor knowledge of the Smart Cookie platform that will be really beneficial to all of us to learn as she walks us through the girl and parent experience in Smart Cookies. Because we do have a large group attending tonight, I do ask that all attendees please remain muted. Cindy will go ahead and present her entire training to our group, and then we will hold a question and answer session to answer any questions you may have. We will be using the chat feature for our question and answer portion. So once Cindy is done with her presentation, then feel free to type your questions in the chat. We do ask that you please hold all questions until Cindy has completed the training. So again, I appreciate all of you making time to attend tonight's training. And with that, I'll go ahead and hand things off to Cindy.
Thank you, Emma. I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen here. Let me pick the right screen to share. There we go. And you should be able to see the login screen from Smart Cookies. It might take a second or so.
Yes, we do see it.
He leaned backwards when he did it.
And there's broccoli over there.
He fell backwards.
Just a moment, I will work on
I mean, he was pretty tough, but that was about the only thing.
Okay, I believe we have everyone muted now, and if everyone can please remain on mute just for the integrity of our training, I would appreciate that.
Got it. You can hear me okay, Emma?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Thank you, Cindy.
Perfect. Want to make sure I hit the right buttons. Okay, well, welcome everyone. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. It's great to be with you all this evening, and I'm going to give you a tour, if you will, of our you'll be able to manage your cookie sales from both the girl and the parent level. What you're seeing on my screen now is the Smart Cookies login page. And actually from the login page, you have access to some of our digital features. There's all kinds of helpful materials here. You have access to our artwork. We have a Flickr page that has all kinds of artwork. I'm going to get a little bit deeper into this when we actually log in, but just for your own knowledge, you are able to access a lot of our materials and resources without even logging into Smart Cookies. So the first step to start your cookie sale for the season is you need to create a user account for Smart Cookies. And for the parent, what that means is that you're going to receive an email invitation. And I am going to pull up that invitation on my screen. Emma, if we run into any visual issues, just stop me so I don't get too far into it. But hopefully you can see my email with the email invitation that you'll receive.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Okay, so within the body of the email invitation, it explains that cookie sale season is starting, and in order to kick off the season, the first step is to go ahead and register in Smart Cookies. We do have a new feature that was introduced last season. As you're all probably aware, as a result of COVID and the challenges that it brought us last year with the cookie sale, we introduced some new features that would allow girls to get orders more in a more touchless fashion. so that it didn't have quite so many contacts with customers. And one of those features was to allow girl delivery as an option on the social media link that we provide to the girls, so that they'll have the option to determine whether or not they want to offer in-person delivery to anyone they send that social media link to. So once you receive the invitation, you'll see there's a link here that you're going to click on. For those of you who want to learn a little bit more about the system, our COPPA statement is here at the bottom of this invitation, as well as our terms and conditions. And then once you click on the link to register, you're going to see the information that the council has populated into Smart Cookies. And that's going to include the parent name and information and the Girl Scouts name and information. Now, I have named this girl Central Illinois, just so that I'm keeping her separate from all of my other display councils and display accounts that I'm using. And it makes it just a little bit less confusing for me anyway. So our girl tonight being registered is named Central Illinois. And you'll see here that one of the things I'm asked to create is a username. And the username cannot be an email. That's what differentiates our volunteer accounts from our girl accounts, is that volunteer accounts must be in email form, but girl accounts and the accounts that parents will use are not going to be in email form. So you can choose whatever user account name you would like. And I am just going to name my account all in one word, Central Illinois. And then the system asks me to create a password. And you can choose whatever password you like. Typically, it's going to tell you you're going to need a combination of letters and numbers in your password. And if for some reason your password doesn't match, you're also going to get a message that says that. So you'll see you'll get this message that says, sorry, you've entered in a password, but the one you used to confirm is not matching. So I'm going to get it right this time. And then the next thing I'm asked is for a nickname. So a lot of girls will have their common name. It might be Margaret, it might be Elizabeth. In my case, my given name is Cynthia. However, no one in my entire life has ever called me Cynthia. My name has always been Cindy, even to my parents. Even when my mother was mad at me, she never called me Cynthia. It was always Cindy. So that's the chosen nickname that I use in all of the accounts that I use. It's always Cindy. You'll never see Cynthia for me. And then the grade level will be indicated here. If there are any changes that need to be made to that grade level, you can make that change from the drop down here. And then two of the questions that we ask are related to potential rewards that the girls can earn. So if the council is offering a sized award, like a t-shirt or a hoodie, socks have become very popular in some award programs. So we include sizes for both apparel and for socks. So I'm going to go with a regular large if it's a shirt, and then I'm going to go with a regular large if socks are being offered. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that those items are being offered, but if they are and they are earned by the Girl Scout based on her sales, when the reward order is created, it will automatically populate her size in as you've selected here, so that it's a little bit less work for the troop leader to manage when they're creating their reward order. That size can be changed. You can change it throughout the sale. I'll show you where you can change that in the girl's profile. But this is really helpful to the troop leaders. If you can pop those sizes in, it really saves them a lot of time, especially at the crunch time when the reward orders are due. Now, two other options that we have here. One is going to be a mandatory field, and that is the phone number. So it's not going to let you save this information until you've entered in a parent phone number, and that's just for easy access by the troop leader or by the council. And then one of the other questions we're asked here is, do you want to opt in on the social link to allow girl delivery? You can turn this on and off throughout the course of the sale. So if you're not quite sure at the start of the sale, you can go ahead and say no. If you say yes at the start of the sale and then change your mind at some point later on, you can go ahead and turn that option off. And once you turn it off, the social link will only work for direct ship orders. It will no longer offer the option for a in-person girl delivery. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. And then the last thing I want to do is upload a photo or an avatar. When you click on the little link, it's going to ask you to either pull a photo from pictures that you have saved on your device. I'm going to choose an avatar to make this a little easier.
Cindy, may I interject while you're choosing your photo?
Sure.
I just wanted to let the parents that are on the call know that we have received several questions regarding the girl delivery portion not showing up when girls go to contact their customers. And so this is exactly where you'll go. If you've already set up your account and you don't remember if you've checked that or not, all you'll need to do is go and hover over, which I'm sure Cindy will show you, but you can edit your profile, and from there you can check that on or off as you see fit. But if you want to order your customer or want to offer your girls or your customers girl delivery, then that will need to be checked on. So that's where you'll go to take care of that. Thanks, Cindy.
Oh, you're so welcome. So I've selected an avatar and I'm going to go ahead and save that. And that's what's going to show up as my profile picture in my Smart Cookies account. I'm just going to look over my information, make sure that it's all correct. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the submit button. I'll get a confirmation that lets me know that my account has been created. And then it's also going to provide me with a link that will take me right to Smart Cookies so I can start my cookie sale activities immediately. Now I've already created an account, which is the account that I'm going to use tonight. So if you notice a switch in the names, that's why. There's nothing wrong. I've already got some orders populated and I really wanted to give you the full experience, and to do that with a freshly made account would not be quite the same. So I'm going to go to my already created account and I'm going to go ahead and log in with the credentials that I have there. And the very first place that I land on when I log in is going to be my dashboard page. The dashboard page is going to give you pretty much a picture of where you are within your sales. We're going to go through section by section and I'll describe what you'll see in each one. But I want to get back to what Emma just noted about how to change information in your profile. So if you want to change that setting that is allowing girl delivery on your social media link, you're going to click at the little icon at the very top left corner of the page. And then you are going to click on Edit Profile. And within your Edit Profile, you'll see that you have the ability, you can come in and change your apparel size if you'd like to. And then right underneath there, where my cursor is pointed, there's a little blue check mark that says Opt in for Social Link Girl Delivery Order option. If you want to turn this off, you're just going to click on that box and blank out that field. If you leave the check mark in the box, this is what's going to allow girl delivery as an option on your social media link. Now, a lot of people ask, why would they turn it on? Why would they turn it off? And really, a lot of that depends on how you're using your social media link. If you are truly using your link on social media, Facebook, Twitter, if you're sharing it to a large based group where you might not necessarily have control over where that link goes, you may not want to offer girl delivery in that circumstance, because once you've given that as an option, if you're reaching people who are hundreds of miles away with your social media link, obviously it's going to be a little difficult to make those deliveries in person. But if you're controlling the use of your social media link, and you pretty much have a good idea that it's going to be shared among family and friends, you can even text the link. It works perfectly well in a text message. But it gives you a little bit more control over where that link is going to go. And then offering that direct girl delivery as an option on that direct ship link it's not going to put you in a position where you're going to have to reject orders because they're just too far away for you to deliver. So I think the first step in deciding whether or not you want to offer girl delivery is figure out how you want to use that social media link. And like I said, you can start the sale with the link and girl delivery turned on. So when the customer sees the link, they're going to have the option for a direct ship order, or they're going to have the option to request a girl delivery. All girl delivery requests through the social media link have to be approved by the parent. The parent will get an email for the order. The customer's credit card is not charged until the parent approves the order. If you receive a request for girl delivery and it's obviously something that you won't be able to deliver, it's an easy way to cancel the order. The customer will get a message letting them know that the order cannot be delivered in person, but they'll still have the option to use the link to place a direct ship order if they would like to do that. So we'll go through each one of those circumstances. I'm just going to cancel out of this now because I'm not making any changes at the moment. And I am going to go back to my dashboard page. And here is my dashboard page. The first step in the dashboard page is setting your goal. And to do that, you're just going to put your cursor into the goal field. I'm going to set a goal for myself of 1,200 packages. Click on the little double arrow button right next to it, and it will update your goal. And now you can see on my goal bar, I've got 211 packages of cookies that I've received credit for, and you can see that it will position that against my goal of 1,200 packages. And then on the rewards bar, you can also see what items in the rewards program that you have earned. And then if you move up to the higher levels, you can see what other items you might be able to earn as you continue to sell cookies. Down here a little bit further on the dashboard, the section here on the left-hand side of the page, and that's where it says sales credited to me, and I have a total of 211 right now. These are going to be the cookies that have been credited to me either by my troop leader who has transferred cookies to me, or by an initial order that I've placed with my troop leader. It could be booth credit that I've received. It could be cookie share credit that I have received from my troop leader, and it could also be direct ship sales. So all of these numbers that you'll find in this section on the left-hand side are going to be automatically populated. On this side, on the right side where it says packages sold, this gives you an accounting of your local delivery orders that you've received. And what it does is it lets you know how many orders you have for girl delivery, how many were received by e-card, how many were keyed in orders. So if you went door to door and you captured your orders by keying them in, you'll see those captured here. And then how many orders were received by the social link. This other little field here where it says other, and right now there's a 0 in that field. This is a place where you can capture packages that you have sold, but not necessarily captured all of the details for the customer on your device. So let's say you've received the initial order from your troop leader. You have 40 or 50 packages that you can load up in a wagon and take door to door around your neighborhood. If you don't want to record each and every individual sale, or you're not collecting credit card payment for those individual sales, maybe they're being paid for by cash, but you still want to make sure that you're recording your inventory as you're using it, you can enter in any of those, what I call the non-recorded sales, any other cookies that you've sold and maybe collected cash for. And you can record the inventory that you've used for those sales. Now you can either put your cursor on the number in the center here and just type in a number, or you can use the plus button and make the numbers go up that way or adjust them down. But you can manage any, what I would say, offline inventory by using this field here. And I'll show you where this is going to appear in a report. I'm just going to pop in a few more packages here that we've distributed, but we don't necessarily have the customer information for. I go ahead and save that, and it updates and lets me know that in addition to the packages that I've sold through other channels, I've also got 47 packages that I have sold to customers by another manner and collected cash payments for those. In the next section, you're going to see the troop progress. And you'll see how many packages have been credited to your troop. And then you'll also see other girls within your troop that have set up Smart Cookies accounts. You can send those girls messages. Now, these messages do not post anywhere on the internet. They are strictly seen within Smart Cookies. And basically, the purpose is to just kind of send cheers to each other, pump each other up during the course of the cookie sale, congratulate girls in your troops as they're reaching their goals. And you just put your cursor into the box, and I'm going to send a cheer to my newly created Central Illinois girl. And I'm just going to say, great job. Have fun with your cookie sale. And then you hit send, and that message will appear when Central Illinois logs into her newly created account. She's going to see that message appear on her dashboard. If the troop leader has posted a message, you will also see that message here. And I've just put in a simple message here that I called Cindy Test. But if the troop leader has reminders that she wants to send out, she can send them through Smart Cookies so that when you do log into the system, you'll see it might be a reminder for a booth sale coming up. It might be a reminder to come pick up cookies from her home or wherever she's distributing cookies from. She can populate messages in here. So it's always good to check this message section to see if you have received any messages from your troop leader. And then here at the bottom of the page, we have another goal setting section. And it's a place where girls can earn virtual patches. Now, these are patches that will just appear on the girls page when she logs in. They're not real patches that you have to sew on to a vest or anything, but the girls can set activities related to each of the 5 key learning skills: goal setting, people skills, decision making, business ethics, and money management. To set those skills or to set those goals for the skills that she might want to work on, click on the button right there in the goals section, and then you'll see a list of activities that we've pre-populated that you can choose from. So you'll see the activity is listed, and the first one we see here at the top is use Smart Cookies to set your goals for the cookie sale. We know that goal setting is a very, very important process, part of the cookie sale, and we know the girls that set goals actually are more successful in their cookie sale endeavors than those girls that don't set sales. So it's one of those activities that we really do encourage girls to take part in during the course of the sale. We've tied that to the goal setting skill. So when this button is checked, you can go through and pick whatever options you want tied to any of the 5 key skills. And then you can actually add a custom activity. So if you've got got your sights on honing in on a type of skill that you can learn during the course of the cookie sale, maybe it's as simple as just wanting to make new friends, which would be part of your people skills. You can create your own skill, save it, and then that will be added to your list of activities here. Check that skill, and the troop leader for your girls can actually see those skills that they have indicated that they want to learn more about. And our hope is that during the course of the sale, the troop leader is reviewing these skills and then working with the girls, whether it's through direct sales, whether it's through booth sales, whether it's, maybe helping them out at a rally or working on some marketing materials to get ready for the cookie sale at their regular troop meetings. We're hoping that the troop leaders are working with the girls so that they really feel like when the cookie sale is over, not only have they sold cookies, not only have they had a great time and had fun, but they've also learned some valuable life skills as well. Once the troop leader has indicated that the girl has indeed earned the virtual badge for this skill by participating in whatever activities they've outlined for them, you'll see those badges appear here on the wall for the girl, so that you'll see when she's been awarded that virtual badge. You can also see this same information on a separate tab that we've listed here. When you click on the My Skills tab, if you don't want to scroll down on the dashboard, you can just click on the My Skills tab and it will show you all of that information as well. The system is completely flexible. If you decide you want to change your skills, you can click on the trash can and change it and pick another skill if you'd like to, create as many custom activities as you'd like to. It's a great way to share experiences with the cookie sale, especially with your troop leader, and hopefully working together with them and as your troop, with your troop as a whole to learn some really great skills while you're having fun. So after the dashboard, our next stop, I think what I would like to do is kind of show you some of these resources that we have available to you. So the resources that I showed you on the login page that you don't have to log in to see, we have expanded within the login section. So there are some things that we would not want on a public website, like access to additional order cards and those kinds of things. So we do have them behind the password protection, but you do have access to all of our Smart Cookies training materials on here. That's our YouTube videos. There are PowerPoint videos available on here. And then cookie information, everything you want to know about ABC's delicious varieties of Girl Scout cookies can be found on this tab. You'll see all the information, including the nutritional information, will be listed here for you to see. And I'm going to go ahead and pick on the shortbread and just show you that once you have clicked on the cookie itself, it takes a couple of seconds to load. And this is a little bit different, a little bit slower on Zoom, but it is catching up. Oh, there we go. Once you have clicked on the variety, it's going to give you all of the ingredient information, all of the allergen information, and then it also gives you the nutritional panel that you would find on the box. So if you get questions from customers about how many servings, how many cookies in a box, what is the sugar content, carbohydrate content, fat content, all of that information can be found here. And then we know how really highly critical allergen information can be. So the information that is here will also mirror what's on your paper order card. If you're out and about, don't have access to your paper order card, you can certainly log into Smart Cookies on a smartphone or an iPad or a tablet that you might have with you, and you'll be able to see all of this same information while you're on the go. We also include some fun recipes with our cookies, and these are great to try out if you want to have some fun during the cookie sale. There are some really fun activities in here, and recipes for me are just, I think, one of the things that you can really have a lot of fun with. And then other resources that we have available here, as I said, you have access to our digital art, and that would include all of the great artwork that we provide through Flickr. You can download pictures, size them. If you want to create thank you notes or thank you cards, flyers, door hangers, we have all kinds of things that you can use to share in your marketing endeavors throughout the cookie sale. We've also got some great forms and checklists, worksheets, a cookie lineup sheet. So this is another one that will give you lots of information about all of the different cookies. You can download this one to share with customers if you like. So lots of help here within all of the resources that we post online. And then last but not least is that if you need some additional help, and I'm going to just blow up my screen a little bit here to fit this a little bit better, we do have a 24/7 helpline available for our volunteers and for girls and parents. So if you need any help interpreting anything on the dashboard, if you have questions about orders, if you have questions about calculations, anything that might be related to Smart Cookies and the cookie sale, we have a 24/7 help desk that you can call, and we also have an email available. They will get back to you typically within 24 hours, and quite frankly, they're usually within a couple of hours of response time. We also have another list of frequently asked cookies that frequently has questions about cookies that we post. Take a look at that at your leisure. It answers a lot of questions about our shipping program, about nutritional ingredients, palm oil, all kinds of questions that you might get asked during the course of the cookie sale. So the next stop I want to make in our journey here is on the My Orders tab. And you'll see on the My Orders tab that pretty much everything on this tab is related to the order taking process and the various channels from which you can receive orders. So the first place we're going to stop is going to be take a cookie order. And this is basically a virtual order card. So if you're out and about using a smartphone, using a tablet, if you're at home on a laptop and maybe you're calling friends and relatives to ask them if they'd like to place an order, this is where you would go to take an order. If you didn't want to send an e-card or you didn't want to use a social media link, this is a great way to handle order taking. Basically, you're going to fill in the customer's email address, the first name, the last name, and I've already done this, so rather than making you watch me type that in, I'm going to go to contacts that I have already created, and that's also here on this My Orders tab. You can pre-create a list of contacts, so if you want to send out e-cards, you can have your contacts ready to go. If you have customers who order repeatedly from you and you have a contact created, you can simply go to their contact and place an order through their contact. So I am going to go ahead, actually I am going to go ahead and enter this information in just to give a quick look at how this works from start to finish. And I'm just going to use myself. I'm going to save this to my contacts list. And then once you've entered in the basic information, email, first name, last name, you're taken to the cookie order page. So the assumption being made here when you're taking the order is that you probably have cookies in hand, or you're taking pre-orders for cookies that you're going to receive later from your troop leader. I'm going to go ahead and order an Adventureful and a Toast J and a lemonade, my 3 favorites. And then down here at the bottom of the order page, you have the option as to whether or not you're going to take payment at the time you're placing the order, or if this is a pre-order and you're not going to take payment until you actually deliver the cookies, you can just go ahead and save this order at this point. And then when you go back to the customer to deliver and you collect payment at that time, you'll be able to open this order and then enter in the payment information, especially if it's going to be by credit card. I'm going to go ahead and save this and walk through that scenario of just taking a pre-order without collecting payment for it. And then the next option on the, you know what? I think as long as we're here taking orders, let's go ahead and complete this order just so that you can see that from start to finish. So this is the order. I'm going to go ahead and sort these by date and bring up my most recent orders on here. Here's the order that I just entered in. It's for 3 packages. The total amount due is $15. Once I return to that customer, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my options. I have an option. I can cancel this order if for some reason I can't fulfill it. I can also update the contact information if I need to. And then my other option is to edit the order. And when I edit the order, if I need to update my email address, first name, last name, I can do that as well. I can change the varieties at this point if I needed to. And then I can mark this order as delivered. If I'm collecting payment for it, I would respond yes at this point. And then I can select the method of payment for this particular order. I'm going to go ahead and indicate that I'm paying cash for this order. I already have some credit card orders created here for you, and I'm going to walk through those scenarios as well. But for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and mark this order as paid in cash. I click on next, and then it lets me know that the order has been successfully saved. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my orders. And now when you take a look at this order, I'm going to put my most recent ones up front here. Now the order is in delivered status. It lets me know that the order has been paid for, that it was paid by cash. So if I'm reconciling all of my cookie activity at the end of the sale, I can see how each of my orders were ordered, whether it was done through being keyed in, whether it was a social link order, whether it was a direct ship order, whether it was an e-card order. I'll be able to see all of that information on my order page. And then I can also see which orders have been paid and which orders have not been paid so that I know who I need to collect money from. I can see the status and see which cookies I still need to deliver. And then you'll see here, I have 2 orders that are pending approval. These are orders that I have entered through the social link that require approval by the parent. And I'm not going to get into those yet because I want to show you the parent approval process first so that it makes a little bit more sense when we get in here. But you'll see all of the different order statuses and the order types here. One of the things that I like to point out on this page is that there are some really nice quick links in here to tell you exactly what kinds of orders you have pretty easily. So when we look at the total direct ship orders and we click on the show button in that column right there, the grid is now populated with just your direct ship orders on it, and it filters out any of the other order types. So if I just want a list of my direct ship orders and the totals, I can use this button to filter, click on this print report button over here on the side, and get a complete listing of all of my direct ship orders, my customer information, the total number of packages, and then the total number of sales by variety down here at the bottom. Now with direct ship, as you all know, these are cookies that are sent out by the bakery. These are not cookies that you need to deliver, but any sales that are received for your Girl Scout are going to be credited to your Girl Scout and applied towards the rewards at the end of the season. I'm going to close this report. And then I am back on my page, which you'll see has returned back to normal, has all of my orders on here. If I want to see just my girl delivered orders, I click on the show button in that column. And now you'll see that all of my girl delivery type orders are here. In each of the headers on this page, you'll see there's tiny little buttons. You can filter backwards and forwards if you like, but there are also some other filters that you can use. If I just want to see my girl delivery orders that are pending approval, I can filter for just those orders, and I can also print that out as a handy little reference to make sure that I go back to my emails and approve those orders or disapprove those orders if I'm not able to make those deliveries. And then you'll see on each one of these filters, you can filter by people's names, you can filter by order dates. Each one of these little drop-down cones will give you a filter that you can use just to get the information that you want, and then you can use the print report feature to see all of the detail on those orders at one time. And then orders needing action, these are going to be our orders that have not either been paid or delivered yet. So when you click that button, it's going to show you, oops, I forgot I clicked on a filter here. Let me get everything back. So my orders needing action, this is going to be, in this particular case, on the top order, this order needs actions because it's not been paid for yet, or it's not been marked as paid. The second order down is an ordered status, but it's not been delivered. It's been paid by credit card. It's just not been shown as having been delivered yet. If I were ready to go and make this delivery, the process for that would be to just click on that edit pencil to bring the order up, and then filter down to the bottom of the page, mark that I've delivered the order. It's already been paid by credit card, so this is going to complete all of the action on this particular order. Then I'm going to click the save button, get my message that it's been saved correctly, and then go back to my manage orders page. And now I only have 4 orders that need action because I've just closed out that one order. And then the other 2 that needed action were those 2 that were pending approval. So using the filters in the header here is really helpful. And then using the print report feature. You could literally just kind of go through, get a report of your direct ship orders, get a report of just your girl delivery orders, get a report of your cash paid orders or your credit card paid orders. All of this information would be really helpful to reconcile your packages received and the money you've collected at the end of the sale. And then we've got 2 quick buttons here to place a new direct ship order, to place a new girl delivery order. There are buttons here. And when you're on a mobile device, so if you're using the mobile application for Smart Cookies, you can access Smart Cookies really online 2 different ways. The Girl application is a great way to access Smart Cookies, and you will have every single feature that you have seen me use here tonight, you will have available to you through the application. Super easy to use. Everything works the same way, but you'll see the screens line up a little bit differently. But the one thing I can assure you is that everything is clear and legible. You don't have to expand your screens and extend them and make them bigger to read them. The screens are adaptable to smaller devices, and we've done that intentionally to make your experience on the go an easier one. You can also access Smart Cookies just by logging in through a browser, whether you want to use Safari or Google as your browser on your smart device. You don't have to use the application. You can if you would like to. It's really up to you as to whether or not you want to download the app and use it or just access Smart Cookies through your browser on your phone. The experience will be just as good either way you decide to go.
Cindy, while we're talking about the app, can I stop and ask just a couple quick questions that came up?
Sure.
So we had one leader that asked, is there a way to put more than one girl on the app other than logging in and out from each Girl Scout?
No, each girl has a separate account. You would have to
Okay.
log in and out of each girl's account.
Perfect. And then another leader asked when the Smart Cookies app will go live, and I'm assuming she should have access now. But
Yes.
does she need to like re-download it maybe possibly for it to remember? It said it's only allowing online login, but not for her troop or her daughter.
We always recommend at the end of each season to discard the previous season's app because we do make updates each year. And while Apple and Google always, we release our new applications to them, we think it's a safer practice to delete the app from the previous year, download the new version of the app, and then log in from there.
Perfect. That sounds great. And I think then we'll take any other questions after we conclude the rest of your training.
And that'll be Google Play for your Android devices, and then it would be the Apple Store for your iOS devices. The one advantage I will tell you that the iOS version of the app has that's actually not even in the app. It's when you're using Safari or you're using through the web service as opposed to using the app. One of the features that you do get that you don't get in the app is the ability to scan credit cards. It's a service that Safari offers as a part of their platform. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad device that you're using to manage your cookie sale and you don't use the application, but you log in just through the Safari browser, if you are collecting credit card payments, you will see that feature pop up that allows you to just scan the credit card and it will populate the credit card information right into the order process. We don't automatically save credit card information. The Smart Cookies platform, in fact, does not save any credit card information. None of that is held within our platform. It's a safety feature that we love. All of the credit card processing is done through our credit card processing financial institution. So from a safety standpoint, it's a really safe way to execute your sales and not worry about any kind of digital piracy or anything like that when it comes to credit card information. And if your customers have concerns about, well, is your credit card information going to remain within Smart Cookies? The answer to that is always no. We don't store any of that information. Our next stop on the Manage Orders page is going to be our take a direct ship order. And this is just a quick and easy way to get to the direct ship order menu. So if you have a customer, whether it's a relative who lives far away that wants to place an order, or maybe it's someone who wants to ship cookies to someone else as a gift, this is a great way to take the order. Your other options would be to send them your social media link or to send them an e-card, and they'll be able to place a direct ship order that way. But clicking on that take a direct ship order will take you right to the menu to place an order. And then you would just select your cookies and move right on through the order process. The next step is the send an e-card step. And as I indicated, I've already populated in some contacts here that I can automatically send e-cards out to. So we're going to go through the e-card process kind of start to finish to show you the differences here. Once you have entered your contacts in that you want to send e-cards to, or you think you want to send e-cards to, you will be able to determine which of these customers you want to offer girl delivery to. So the first thing you want to do when you come in is select the customers you want to send an e-card to. So let's say today is cookie kickoff. We've got our contacts entered. We want to send everybody an e-card, let them know that it's cookie time and give them the opportunity to purchase cookies. Click on the next screen, and your next option is going to be who of these contacts do you want to offer the option of girl delivery. So for Bob here, I know Bob lives a little too far away from me, and I'm only going to send an e-card with the direct ship option to Bob. For myself, I'm going to go ahead and do a girl delivery request. I've actually got myself in here twice, so I'm going to go ahead and click both of those. And then I have random cookie customer here. Well, I know random cookie customer also lives too far away from me, so I'm not going to offer girl delivery to that customer either. When I click on the next screen, it's going to ask me to personalize my message to my customers. So I'm going to go ahead and let the customer know that my goal is 1,200 packages. My troop is planning a trip to Savannah with our cookie proceeds. My favorite cookie is the Adventureful. And our cookie share donations, which are our chosen, the organizations are typically chosen by the council where those cookie share donations are going to go. In my particular council, we have a program called Operation Cookie Drop that sends cookies to the military once they've been purchased for donation. Once I complete my message, and you can complete as many of these as you would like, or you can leave them blank if you choose not to. Just check the ones that you want to appear in your email that goes to your customers. Click on next, and you're going to get a preview of the email that's going to go out so that you can take one last look and make sure that you're sending the correct options to the correct people. So my first email, you can see that all of my little goals have been added into the basic messaging, letting the customer know that it's cookie time. And my 2 Cindys that I picked for girl delivery are going to receive this email that's going to give them this direct ship option, and it's going to give them the girl delivery option to choose from. When I scroll down here a little bit more, here are my 2 customers that I know are too far away from me to deliver to. They're going to get the same messaging and see all of my goal information attached to the email here. However, they're only going to see the direct ship option. So when they receive that email and open it, there will not be an option for them to place a request for girl delivery. Once I've confirmed that all of this information is correct, I can go ahead and click send now, and my emails will go off. Excuse me, and they'll receive the appropriate messages. And then once I've sent my e-cards, I can take a look. I can see the dates that my e-cards have been sent, and I can see if they've been viewed, if they've been ordered from, or if there has been any kind of response yet. So these are the 4 I just sent. Obviously, there's been no response on those yet. The one that I sent back in October has placed an order, and then on an e-card that I sent back in November, they viewed the order or viewed the e-card, but they have not placed an order yet. Now, once those e-cards go out, this is where we get into parent approving girl delivery. And this is going to work for both sending out e-cards and sharing the cookie link. The process looks very much the same way. So on the e-card itself, I'm going to backtrack myself here a little bit. On the e-card itself, if you have offered girl delivery in the e-card invitation, the assumption is that you are pre-approving delivering to those customers. So there will not be an approval process on the e-card part of the order. So send girl delivery as an option. It's implicitly implied that you're going to be able to deliver those cookies. It's when you don't include girl delivery, the only option they'll see is for direct ship. Now, on any orders received through the cookie link, they're going to see the option of both girl delivery and direct ship if you have that little box checked in your profile that is allowing girl delivery on your social media link. They're going to see the option for both. I'm going to show you what my link looks like here because I do have that option turned on. I'm just going to copy my link real quickly and put it into a new browser. When the customer clicks on the link, whether it's posted on Facebook, sent in Twitter, sent in a text message, this is what I'm going to see when I'm offering girl delivery as an option. I can place a direct ship order with this link, or I can request an order to be delivered locally to me by the Girl Scout that I'm placing the order with. If I did not have the little box checked in my profile, only the direct ship order is going to appear on my social media link. And these are the orders. If I select request a girl delivery, it's going to ask me to complete all of my customer information, including my home address. When I click on next, it's going to take me to that order screen. And then it's going to ask me to pay by credit card. And once I've entered in my credit card information and it processes, I'm going to get a confirmation email letting me know that my order has been placed pending approval for delivery by the parent. So now let's go over to the parent email that you'll see. I've placed 2 orders in here. One that I want to approve so that you can see what the approval process looks like. And then the second one I'm going to cancel so that you can see how it works both ways. So this is a first order that I placed earlier today requesting girl delivery. The messaging lets me know that this is a request for girl delivery. To view all of the details of the order, I'm going to click on this blue bar here. And then I can see the basic customer details here, when the order was placed. And when I click on the bar, I'm going to get all the rest of the information related to this order, including a map of where I would be delivering to. So if for some reason you send an e-card, or you post your delivery link and someone puts in an address that you're not familiar with, you're not comfortable going to, it's too far away for you to make a delivery, or it could be that you're approaching the end of your sale and maybe you don't have the inventory to make that delivery, whatever reason you might have. You can check out the area that you're being asked to go to, check out the order, see what varieties and how many are being asked for. And then you have the option to either approve this order to deliver in person, or you can cancel the order. The credit card doesn't get charged until you approve the order. So it will sit in pending for 5 days, and you have up to that 5th day to go ahead and approve the order. If the order is not approved within 5 days, the order will automatically be canceled, and the customer will receive an email letting them know that the order could not be delivered. And then it will also offer them the link so that if they want to purchase by direct ship, they could do that instead. So I'm going to go ahead and click approve the order. I'm going to go back over to my email. And I'm going to go over to my second order. Oh, this is my video. Hang on one second. Didn't get to videos yet. This is my second order that I placed. Now this is the order that I'm going to look at. And basically what I want to do is cancel this order because for whatever reason, I cannot or don't want to deliver it. Again, I can see the map. And one of the nice perks in our Smart Cookies platform is all of our maps are interactive. So if I click on the map, it's actually going to take me to the map, and I can, it's Google Maps that it goes to, and I can actually get driving directions to wherever it is that I need to go. So it's a nice little feature if you're not quite sure where and what neighborhood that you need to go, or if you need to get driving directions to make the delivery, you have that option here just by clicking on the map. Once you've checked out the location, you can look at the order details, and for whatever reason, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this order. I click on the cancel button. I get the confirmation that the order has been canceled, and the customer is also going to get an email that lets them know that for whatever reason the order could not be delivered and that their order has been canceled and the credit card has not been charged. So we've approved an order and we have denied an order. Now, if I go back to my Smart Cookies account, I'm going to go back to manage my orders, and you'll see that I no longer have any orders that are pending approval. And the 2 orders that I placed, and I should be able to bring these up pretty quickly here. The 2 orders that I placed, here is the one that I approved through social media girl delivery. It's ordered and it's now paid for by credit card. And then here is that second order that I canceled. And then you will receive a confirmation that the order's been approved. The customer will receive an order that the order has been approved. So there's complete communication through the process, whether or not the order has been ordered, whether it's been approved or whether it's been canceled. The customer is going to get notified either way so that they know what to expect. But just to remember on the credit card, what happens in the credit card process when it gets entered in when you're placing the order is we kind of ping the bank just to make sure that it's a valid credit card number and that the zip code that is entered in with it is the correct zip code. If it's not, you will get a bounce back. It will let you know that it's not the correct combination of credit card and zip code, but the order itself does not get processed fully through until you click on that approval button. That's when the credit card gets charged. And then the other part of the cookie share link, there's a couple things here. So we just used the link and we could see the difference between the direct ship order and the girl delivery order. One of the other ways that you can use the link is on a handout, or you can copy and paste this into an invitation or a door hanger. We use something within Smart Cookies called Tiny URL. And what that does is it shortens up a very lengthy coded URL that has your daughter's troop and girl information in there. And it's just a real quick and easy way that you can share the order information. So if I copy this URL and post this into a new window, and I'm going to go ahead and close these up here and get a new window. I paste that tiny URL. And it takes me to my order page. The other thing you can do, and most phones come equipped with these kind of as a standard install on most new phones, I think these days, is the QR code. So if you have a QR reader on your phone, you can use your QR reader and it will take you right to that same login page as well. So it's a nice handy way without leaving a lot of personal information. You can put this on a door hanger, let your neighbors, let your friends know that it's Girl Scout cookie time, and if they'd like to place an order, this is the link that they can use, and then they'll see whatever options, whether you're offering direct ship and girl delivery or whether you're just offering the direct ship option. I'm going to close that up. The other thing that you can do that's a lot of fun, and a lot of girls like to do this, is that you can attach a video to your e-card invitations that will be seen when those e-cards are opened up. I've already gone ahead and attached, it's actually an ABC YouTube video that I've attached here just so that I can show you how this works if you'd like to create a video and attach it to the account. Any videos have to be approved by the parent. So we want to make sure that they're being viewed prior to being shared anywhere. So what happens is you can create your video, save it to YouTube, save it to whatever platform you use for video sharing, upload your video URL here. And then once you do that and save it, you're going to get an email. Let me find the right one. The email is going to let you know that a video link has been posted to the Smart Cookies account and that we want the video to be viewed before it is approved. I can go ahead and click on the link to the video. As I said, this is just gonna, this is my approval link, sorry. You can go ahead and view the video, and then once you approve, my link has now been successfully approved. It is not going to appear anywhere until this approval button is hit. And if you don't want to approve it, you can go back into the Smart Cookies account and just remove the URL from the account. But rest assured, it won't go anywhere unless that approval button is hit. No one will see whatever video is attached there. Let me close up a few of these windows. Close up this email. Okay, back to the account. So we've gone through taking a cookie order. We've gone through taking a direct ship order on your device, sending an e-card, sharing the cookie link, managing the orders on your page, viewing e-card sent, and then populating contacts. One of the things I forgot to mention in the contacts is that you can upload contacts. It's a super short Excel document. It's basically first name, last name, email address. Create an Excel document with just those 3 columns and that information. Use the import button and you can upload your file and populate your contacts. You know, if you want to download them from your address book, if you have a digital address book, you can just download those 3 columns. It needs to be in CSV file format. So just save it as a CSV file, click the upload, and it will automatically populate your contacts in for you. And then remember, you still have those options once your contacts are in there. when you send your e-card, you determine who's going to get the option for girl delivery and who will not. Our next stop is our troop page, and this basically is just a recap of your troop goals, and then any cheers, any messages that you've received will appear on this page, and you can always see your troop's progress here as to how many packages your troop has sold. So if you set your goals together, this will keep you updated on where you are in terms of setting your goals, reaching your goals. We've covered the My Skills tab. Our next stop is going to be booth sales. So one of the features that's available in Smart Cookies for Girls is the ability to help with credit card payments at a booth sale. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have a booth sale assigned to your troop. You'll be in attendance at that booth sale, of course. And when you're at the booth sale, if you have a customer that wants to pay by credit card, when you click on the Take a Credit Card Payment option, it's going to show you the booth where you've been assigned. You click on that booth, and your order page will open up so that you can record the packages that are being purchased. You'll see your total here is captured at the bottom. If the customer would like a receipt for their purchase, you can go ahead and enter an email address in here. If they don't want a receipt, it's not a mandatory field. You can skip right over it. Once you've got your order settled, click on next, and it takes you right to that credit card payment screen. And like I said, if you've got an iPhone and you're working through Safari, you can go ahead and scan the credit card and it will populate the information in here. You will have to type in the CVV and the zip code. Those will have to be manually entered in to do the final validation, but it's a pretty quick and easy way to get the credit card information in here. And then once you've got all that information entered, you click on Pay Now. And once you do that, you'll see the thank you screen for the order, and you'll get confirmation that the order has been successfully placed. If for some reason the credit card information is rejected, it will come up in big, bold, and red letters, letting you know that for whatever reason, whether it's an invalid credit card number, it doesn't really get very specific with reasons, other than if the zip code doesn't match the credit card number, you will see that message appear, and then it gives you the opportunity to enter in again. But basically, if there's some other issue with the credit card, you're just going to get a basic message that says that the credit card purchase has been denied. They could try again if they think that maybe they keyed something in, if they keyed the number in, or they could try another credit card if that's the only other option that they have. And then any payments that you have accepted through your device, if you click on View Booth Credit Card Payment, you'll see any of those credit card payments listed here. The troop leader can also see those. So at the end of the booth sale, if they're just kind of trying to tally up where the credits came from or where the payments came from, the troop leader will be able to see that information here, and you'll also be able to see which credit card payments have been credited through you. And then let's see, we've done booth, view booth. All of our safety information is covered here. We've done our cookies, our resources, and help. Now, one other stop here on the Manage My Orders page. One of the questions that we get asked frequently is, can we change the varieties purchased on an order after the purchase has been made? So once a sale has been completed here, let's take a look at one of our credit card orders here. I can view the order, but I cannot make a change to the varieties that are here on the order. When I have a cash paid order, I can adjust the varieties and change them as needed. As long as the amount of the order doesn't change, I can go ahead and resave. So if for some reason I have entered in the wrong amount or the wrong item, I picked peanut butter sandwiches instead of peanut butter patties, and I want to make sure I correct it so that my inventory and my report is correct, you can go ahead and make those changes to the varieties if you need to. Now I want to go to direct ship orders. You would not be able to make changes to. If for any reason And I can't really think of one as to why a direct ship order would need to be changed, but those are things that we can only do here at the ABC level. But any of the girl delivered orders, and I'm looking for, here's one. So here is a credit card paid order that's been delivered. You see the edit pencil is available here. Let's say I really meant to put lemonades and I hit the wrong column. Now, if for some reason I try to add to this order and go ahead and save it, I'm going to get an error message that tells me I can't update this because the order is now more than what the credit card payment was. But I can go ahead and change the variety to the correct lemonades that I meant to click the first time around. I can go ahead and save that variety so that my inventory reports will be correct. So on the manage orders page, if you see the edit pencil available, what that means is that you can go in and you can change the information that's in there, as long as you don't exceed or change the amount of the credit card. Once the credit card's been processed, it's set in stone and it can't be changed. Now I'm going to go over my little list here because I want to make sure that I have not forgotten to tell you about any of the important pieces of the Smart Cookie system. We've gone through the report, we've gone through filters, goal setting, taking credit cards at booths. I think we have just about covered all the features within the system itself. Emma, is there anything in particular that you'd like me to cover, or do we have some questions that we can answer?